A question I often get asked is, what can I do when all those anxious thoughts start showing up before I try to pee? Should I try to stay present? Should I distract myself? Should I try to drown out the thought somehow? I understand that question because I spent years doing exactly that. I would put music on my iPhone while I was trying to go. I try visualization, picturing myself somewhere that I felt safe. At times, I would literally dig my fingernails into the palm of my hand, trying to create another sensation to focus on. I tried all kinds of things. And really, what I was trying to do is get away from what was happening in my head because I thought if I could somehow stop the anxious thinking, maybe I'd be able to pee. I'm Michael Hurd, the shy bladder coach. I lived with shy bladder syndrome or paruresis for more than 50 years. And one of the biggest things that's changed for me is how I understand those anxious thoughts. For years, I thought the anxious thinking itself was something I needed to fix. I'd put the music on, I'd distract myself, I'd picture that safe place. I'd dig my fingernails into my hand, and I'd try to make myself relax. I want to be clear. I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was innocently trying to feel safe. I thought, if I could somehow distract myself, change what I was thinking, or get myself in the right state of mind, then I'd be able to pee. But looking back, I can see how much effort I was putting into trying to create a feeling of safety. And that's something I've come to understand very differently today. What if feeling safe isn't something I have to manufacture? I've come to see how much our thinking shapes our experience from moment to moment. When the thought, what if I can't go, showed up, it could feel incredibly real. The bathroom could feel unsafe. The person standing next to me could feel like the problem. Someone walking in could feel like the problem. Someone waiting outside could feel like the problem. But I began to see how much of what I was experiencing was coming from the thinking I had in that moment. And because those thoughts and feelings were so real, naturally, I wanted to do something about them. But here's what I started to see differently. I don't necessarily have to do anything with that thought. I don't have to drown it out. I don't have to replace it with a better thought. I don't have to force myself to stay present. And I don't have to manufacture a calm state of mind before I'm okay. Our minds have a natural ability to settle in when we're not constantly trying to fix what's showing up. And there's an important distinction here. I'm not suggesting that allowing your thoughts become another technique you have to master so you can pee. Because then we're right back when we're where we started. It's, am I allowing enough? Am I present enough? Am I relaxed enough? Am I doing this right? And that's all just more thinking. What I'm pointing toward is much simpler. A thought can be there without you having to do something about it. What if I can't go? Okay, that's the thought that's showing up right now. It doesn't predict what's going to happen next, and I don't have to fight with it. And that doesn't mean I never have anxious thoughts. It doesn't mean you're going to walk into every bathroom feeling completely relaxed. That's not the point. For me, the change was becoming less afraid of the thoughts and the feelings themselves. I began to see that they could come and go without always needing to control what I did next. In my last video, I talked about something I eventually realized. I wasn't just going to the bathroom anymore. I was trying to pee. And when you add trying to control your thoughts, trying to control your feelings, trying to visualize the right thing, trying to stay present, trying to relax, that's a whole lot of trying. What I've discovered is that I don't have to control everything that's happening inside of me. There's a natural capacity for our thinking to settle. There's a natural capacity for clarity. And the less I felt that I had to fix every anxious thought or uncomfortable feeling I had, the less power those experiences seemed to have over me. That understanding has made a tremendous difference in my experience with shy bladder and in my life. So the next time you're approaching a restroom and the thought shows up, what if I can't go? I'm not going to give you another technique for getting rid of it. Instead, I'd simply invite you to consider something. What if you don't have to try? I'm Michael Hurd, the Shy Bladder coach. If you're living with shy bladder or paruresis, I hope you'll subscribe to this channel. And for more information and resources, visit michaelrhurd.com. That's michaelrhurd.com. Thanks for watching.